Might as well start sharing it. How are you tonight? How are you? Monday. It's the only way I know I'm keeping track, by doing these shows. These little interviews, or whatever you want to call them. What's up, Bob? Just hanging out here. We're in a little different setting. Just chilling in the basement. That's what I'm doing. And we're just doing our thing. 7:30, eh? The people on the stairs. Bam, how are you? How's it going? What's up, Rob? Dochi. One carnal dissection demo left, self-titled. Anybody out there? CDN Records. It always comes up all the time. But we put out the carnal dissection demos from Buffalo. And there's one left. So that's cool. Right on. Thanks for the support, everybody. We appreciate it. Craig appreciates it too. Good evening, Mike. How are you, Mike? What's happening here? We got we're just chilling in the basement, and I just wanted to play something for you. It's up on my YouTube channel. I gotta, we got stuff. Nice shirt. That one, look at that one. Oh shit. It's my boobs. It's my boobies. What's up? What's up, Jeff? There you go. Fucking brutality, eh? How do you forget these guys? Kelly, what's up, bro? How are you tonight? It's nice down here. It was a beautiful day today. Went for a huge bike ride. That's the one thing that I've been doing lately, is making sure that I am hitting the pavement somehow, because staying inside is fucking driving me crazy. And I can't handle it, so I need to get out. So what I do is I just go for super fat ass bike rides. I have this. I'll take a picture of it sometime. It's actually it's a pretty funny concoction of a bike. So it's like an '87 Supercycle 10-speed that I rigged with my GT Performer, my '87 GT Performer gooseneck and different handlebars, but I put that on the 10-speed, so I'd ride the 10-speed as if I'm riding a BMX, but I'm not hitting jumps and stuff because the tires are obviously 10-speed tires, Supercycle. So I boot that thing because it's got gear. I got gears, right? So it totally works out. But yeah, I've been making sure to get out there. What up, Jay? I know it's you. Frig. I don't know it's you. Jay from Blood of Christ. Sayduke. What's with Sayduke Fargo? Hey? What's up with that, huh? I don't know. I'm trying to lay off some of the drinks too. It's getting a little much. Just drink water. It's getting bloated. But, yeah. So I don't know.
Consumption.
No, I'm not a lefty. His vocals are pretty sick. So, that was my first show. Guitarist is myself. So, a buddy of ours, Dave Bagarosa, I asked him to film, just set the tripod up in the back with VHS cam. And totally Buffalo. I love the Buffalo. I love the breakdowns and those slam parts and all that kind of stuff. So I wasn't huge on song structure at that time. I mean, I'm just starting a band. I'm just starting to hear all this shit. I got too many ideas flying around in my head and I don't know where to start. So we write riffs and not sure if they really went together. I mean, like I said, this was our first band. This incarnation was together for probably a year with Chris on vocals there and my buddy Dan on bass and our buddy Phil on drums. And Dan and Phil, the bass player and drummer, we were playing together for probably about 2.5 years before that. We were just doing some grindcore stuff and just simple shit. And yeah, so that was our first show, and we played that with Gastric Pus out of Toronto, Grotesque Infection, Demonacy, Inbred from Oshawa, Massification from Ingersoll, and Nailed from Oshawa also. And our buddy Mike Campbell came down, and Mike used to do the Sepulchral Voice zine, Oshawa. And yeah, he was a huge supporter of the scene, man. He was just that guy. And he came down when all the bands played and, finally met or whatever. Because, obviously, everybody's connected, but nobody's ever met, right? That's the thing. So it was just cool. And yeah, that was a fun show though. But literally, I mean, back in the day, I tried to do shit, man. I did a fanzine also. Oh, everything's backwards. I was supposed to flip the phone around. That's what I was supposed to do. Oh well. Next time. So I used to do a fanzine too, called yeah, man, Mike Campbell, dude. Nick, what's up, buddy? Fucking Nick Sagias, eh? Hey there, bud. Hey there. Hey. What's going on here? Hold on a sec. I gotta get this up here. I'm not seeing the comments quick enough. I hope everybody's doing awesome. But yeah, I used to do a zine back in the day too, and I just wanted to do everything. I wanted to be a part of some, just hanging out with these fucking cool ass people playing this crazy ass music, right? Let me turn this down here. What's up, Holly? Look at that, eh? Yeah, it is switched around. But yeah, Mike Campbell, man, he was a good dude, and he was a huge part of the scene and brought up a lot of stuff that even I first heard for the first time, like when I first heard Exhumed, the Dissecting the Cassiated Omentum demo. I read that in Sepulchral Voice, and that's how I got Hold on a sec here. Oh, okay, we're still good. Never mind. So, anyways, yeah, I did a zine back in the day too. It was called Disgorged Pandemonium, and I ended up doing an interview with GG Allin when he was in the Michigan State Prison around 1993. Let's see here. Get rid of that there. Yeah, it was around it was like May. And he died actually in June. So we were corresponding, and yeah, it was like April, May when we did the interview. And he messaged me because originally my fanzine was called, I have the flyers in the other room too, called Crusty Diarrhea. And that's originally what I remember. It was, you're young, you want to push the buttons. You want to push the buttons, right? Obviously. So we called it Crusty Diarrhea originally, right? So then we started we made the ads, started throwing them out everywhere. And then afterwards, we were kind of like sitting on them. We're like, yeah, I don't know, man. That's maybe kind of a stupid name. So let's go with Disgorged Pandemonium. And during that time with Crusty Diarrhea, Gigi got a hold of my ad in jail, ended up messaging me, and it was funny because everybody was getting packages, and everyone's writing letters, and it was just fun, right? So I come home, and my mom right at the door right away, she's like, "What the fuck is this?" And on it, I don't have the letter anymore. I lost all that stuff at my grandma's, and then when she passed, everything got blah. But anyways, so the letter, it came hand drawn, which shitballs, but hand drawn, and had a jail, like he drew a jail cell like on the letter, and said, Allin, Michigan State Prison. It actually had to say it on there, and I was like, holy shit. So I was just kind of getting into GG then, right? So I had a couple buddies who were huge GG fans. So I go to my buddy Chris, actually, who is the singer in that band. He was the big GG guy. He's the one who got me into GG. And what's up, Nick? Nick, guys, everybody, woo, hanging out, dudes. So I show him, and I'm like, dude, fucking GG Allin just mailed me from prison. I brought it to school. We were in grade 12, and blew his fucking mind, right? So I wrote to him, and I sent him a bunch of questions, and they're in this zine or whatever like that. And I'm not gonna say I was the best writer and editor back in the day, but it was fun, right? So I mailed the questions, and I was like, is it okay if I give your address to my buddy? He wants to mail you because he's been a fan for a long time. And yeah, he wrote me, yeah, go ahead. So my buddy ended up mailing GG in jail too, and he still got all the letters, which is fucking crazy. So yeah, we ended up doing a little interview with him. I did two issues of this zine. That's pretty cool because he sent me a bunch of stuff that you could put in there, right? Flyers, promo, right? I still have a couple flyers, and I have his signature on one of the things. But yeah, this old band Taxidermist. I mean, I kind of just connected with everybody. Aproctus, if everybody remembers those guys, did a little thing as that. Son of Dog, that was another kind of like hardcore grind. Did a little interview with Impetigo because, Sawickus was fucking Mark is always on board, right? Red Nails, there's like Oshawa, there's another Oshawa. See, there's a bunch of Oshawa shit. Bloody Mess in the Scabs. That was a killer a punk rock band from the 80s and 90s. And yeah, you just you just put your flyers in there, and you guys know all the drills. What else is there? And yeah, just did a little GG interviews, a couple pics that he sent to put in. That's pretty cool. But anyways, yeah, man, it's just fun times. But yeah, and Unrestrained. I ended up pulling this out. Thank you, Pepper Klopek, for finding me another one. Unrestrained magazine. Remember Adrian Bromley? Fantastic zine though, man. It was good. He hit all the nerves, and that's exactly what you needed. Unrestrained. So So let's go here. Where are we here? Yeah, good old Mangled. That was my band, Mangled. That's how it worked. Let's do this. 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 What's happening?
Yo.
I'm
so
just.
What's the shit that I'm watching?
So you're watching me, but I'm over here. You're over here.
Yo.
Which
Fucking weird. All right, I'm gonna turn this off.
You're watching me. Whoa.
Weird.
Oh, so you're watching it too?
Yeah. I was watching. Fuck it.
There's about 2 or 3 delays going on here.
Yeah.
But you're blown out. I had this all. See, this is what I get for working with good equipment, right?
Do I need to close some windows? Is it all fucking weird?
Maybe it's a little light on your end.
Probably. Let me try to.
But lighting is always good. That's the thing.
That's the thing. I thought maybe, we want to do it like that. I don't know. Is this fucking better? Like, with that video we just put out. Here, dude. I need to post about this, though. With that video we just put out, I had the windows open just like that. So that's why in the video it's all fucking...
It was good. Because I was...
I'm all blown out in the video as well. Sorry, I'm posting about this.
Nope. Yep. No, I totally see it. Hold on. And I don't have a controller for this TV, so it works even better. Picture settings.
Oh, man. I wonder what it must be. I wonder what it's like to be a person watching stuff like this. I don't know. It's like every stream or whatever, since this whole thing started seems like they're plagued with no pun intended with issue. Alright, whatever.
So what's going on? How are you tonight?
I'm fucking alright. I mean, just, I'm used to hanging out at home, to be honest.
Right.
So this thing, not to be a jerk or nothing, but just I'm kind of set up for it, I guess.
Right.
I don't know. I'm worried about, if anything, I'm worried about my family. My dad's health issues or things like that. My wife, she works at a Trader Joe's, so that's sketchy. But we'll see what happens, man. Jesus.
I know, it's kind of fucked up, eh?
It's brutal.
All right, maybe I can move this. Maybe I can move this TV. No, it's not doing fuck all. Damn it.
Seriously, I'm just brutally blown out. I don't give a shit. It's up to you. It might also be this friggin' window.
No, I think it's for some reason my camera's not picking up the TV.
Oh, okay. Does that looks a little better, doesn't it? I can't tell. Whatever.
All right. So bring back the plague. What happened there? So I'm assuming you started this whole thing then.
I mean, come on. It's just when your band, when you talk about relevant shit and current events, things that go on in the time during, the time frame that we're living, that shit's gonna. I think coincidences like that'll happen. I'm not a conspiracy theorist by any means, but we're kind of been humanity has kind of been due for something like this. I think, you know,
It's intense.
not even for any karmic thing. It seems, I don't know.
Right.
Look back, there's all sorts of shit that happens throughout history that seem to be big milestones or whatever. Sorry, I've been cheesing.
Cheesing.
Got my vape. Been yeah.
What are you smoking? What are you smoking?
I've got a sick rig. I got this. I don't know if you can see it. I don't think you can see it, but like, there's a actual, like, yeah, there we go.
Wow.
There's actually a dab nail on top of this. That's the flower. That's the dab nail. So it's like 2 in 1.
Holy shit. I did a dab once, man, and I swear I could not move properly for about 2 hours. It was so intense.
Yeah, I had a straight up, pretty much almost had a panic attack once. I don't really do it that often, but my buddy, come here, bud. My buddy showed me you know, he was just like, dude, you're doing too much. You need to do just like this, the tiniest little bit. And I was just like, you know what? You're right. That makes way more sense. And yeah, I've straight up almost had a panic attack once. I had to, I was on my way up to a Murder Construct show, and I realized, oh shit, you know, I'm freaking out. So I pulled over and I called my buddy Ross. He's our merch tour manager guy, and he came and helped me out and went to the show with me. And pretty pathetic, actually, story. This is Ona, the big star of our recent music video. Never thought I would have my dog, let alone my chicken slippers that I've had since high school, and what else? My polar bear pajamas.
It's brutal, though. It's brutal, though.
Never thought that would make it to one of our videos, but.
And you were the only one that was the most comfortable in the whole video.
Well, yeah. I don't have an instrument to play. I just sat back and played more of what do you call it? Modern warfare.
That's great. So obviously everybody just recorded their parts. Who did the editing?
David Hall.
Huh?
You know David?
No.
David Hall. He's a Toronto guy.
Oh.
Documentarian, actually. He did the recent Longmont Potion Castle documentary. You familiar with Longmont Potion Castle at all?
No.
The best prank call artist of all time. And he did a documentary about him. I actually interviewed for it. My buddy and I, back in 2002 or so, we put out a volume 4 of this guy's prank calls. Easily the best prank call artist there is. Forget Jerky Boys and all that nonsense. It's Crank Anchors. It's hilarious. So you got to check it out if you can. Longmont Potion Castle, like Longmont, Colorado.
Oh, okay. That sounds easy enough.
Absurdist, surrealist kind of comedy, I guess.
Yeah. So he edited this video and did the.
Oh
best...
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. No.
You know, we were. It was just like, you know, we're screwed. Everybody's screwed. Tours fell through. Everyone's fucked. Nobody can work. We've gotten to the point where this is our thing. You know, we tour, and so we're just like, normally we wouldn't put out a music video for a song that was like one of the first songs we released. I think we released this one song, "One Day Closer to the End of the World," and then, you know, a few weeks later we released "Bring Back the Plague." So we normally wouldn't do that, but it's just the first music video we put out was so big, or as far as scale or scope or whatever. I the next video we were going to do was going to be something else entirely. So we normally wouldn't go back and you know, backpedal like that or however you want to put it.
Yep.
But you know, I was just like, hey, what if we just film the shit on our cell phones? I mean, we can't hook up with anybody and do you know, do anything for real.
Right.
let's do this. And I know my buddy Dave, his directorial style, or however you want to put it, his style was perfectly suited for this thing. So from the time that we came up with the idea to shooting it to delivering it and posting it, because I mean, it was like 4:30 p.m. or something that day. Usually you post up around 10:30 a.m. or so, you know,
right.
9 a.m. Pacific or whatever. We posted it like in the evening because it doesn't matter. All bets are off right now. You know what I mean? There's no right or wrong way to do anything right now except for just staying home, I guess. So it was just like, let's just, I don't know, do this thing. We were able to put it out within like 5 days of even thinking about it.
Nice.
So, because, you know, it was just like, everyone's in the same boat right now. Like, the playing field is pretty fucking leveled. We're not those Twitch streamer kind of dudes. None of us are. We're just not, none of us are really like that. So, we figured we're not in on that shit. Those guys are the ones who are stoked because it's like, their musical lives pretty much go on. They come up, they go, okay, I can't tour, fine, we'll just
write 10 albums.
Yeah, live stream me shredding. We actually do. We have an EP coming out next week that we're dropping. It's called Crusty Diarrhea, and
that's man, I've heard that name before.
Yeah. It's basically all about pandemonium and the disgorging of such.
Right. That's fantastic. That's a good mix of genres and stuff.
I don't want Jeff Grindstoffer to be rushing out trying to locate pre-order links for for an EP that doesn't exist. I'll fuck with that guy all the time. When Anthropocene came out, I told him I love Jeff Grindstoffer, by the way, but good buddy of mine. But we have this joke where like basically he collects everything we do, like one of every edition or whatever. And I told him there was a gatefold pop-up gatefold that opens up, and the body that's on Anthropocene shoots confetti out at you when it opens. And he actually believed me for a while, and I had him trying to track this thing down. It was pretty funny.
You couldn't find it?
No.
Oh shit.
It doesn't exist, but
right.
In my mind.
So you guys just did a video with Mr. West Ben Scooter.
Oh yeah.
My God, that is a fucking video. How did that go about?
Dude, that thing...
That's unbelievable.
I think he started it when we were like in the studio even, I think. I don't even think we had delivered the record to Metal Blade and he had already started it. We knew what we wanted to do. He worked on it here and there for months. I couldn't believe it. I was talking to him. I was talking to him about something else completely. We had this little video. It was just like a teaser thing, you know, getting people hyped up, like a little hype video for the album. And I needed my buddy to do it, and I was talking to Ben Scooter about it. And he goes, you know, I'll do a video for you guys if you want. And I was just like, no, man, it's just this dumb little hype thing, you know, this little teaser thing. Like, don't worry about it. You know, I ended up actually getting Nick Hippa to do it, and it was just like a little thing. I didn't to do something else, if anything. And he goes, no, I mean, I'll do a music video for you. And I was just like, that'd be insane. I mean, I'm all about trying to maintain the same art style, the same look throughout releases. You know, I always thought that was cool about Cannibal Corpse, you know, how they have, like, and, you know, even Suffocation, just kind of sticking with the same artist for years over a certain amount of time and developing a look and stuff. And we've actually become friends over this whole thing. Wes is awesome. So I was just like, dude, if you can, yeah, if you got the time or whatever. And we talked it over, and it ended up being more of a project than anyone would have thought. You know, the easiest part was probably that CGI. Everything else those are actual models.
Yeah.
So I probably shouldn't talk about that stuff, but he's, you know, all that stuff is practical. That stuff exists.
So he built that whole thing.
Yeah, dude. It's the only thing, obviously, is the CGI reveal at the end. But dude, the guy's he's
yeah, he's fucking good.
I mean, he's one of the masters. He's one of the masters. So to have a music video by him was just, it was pretty much this sounds really cheesy or pathetic, maybe, I don't know, kind of like a dream come true, you know, because it was like to have the guy who does our album covers and is responsible for that look to actually be able to do it on that medium too, it's just mind-blowing for me. So
big time. So I'm assuming he had a warehouse, like he kind of, you obviously seen some cool behind the scenes shots and all that kind of stuff.
I've only seen one thing, one picture, and I believe that it's out there. I think we might have posted it on Instagram or something. One thing I love about him is he doesn't really reveal how he does stuff.
Oh, cool.
Too much. I love that. I love being left in the dark, kind of about that, because I'm a fan. Yeah. You know, of his stuff. So
and
I don't want to. Sometimes that shit will give it away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. No, I get it. No, I get it, because everybody nowadays, I mean, because we have the platform to get everything out, that everybody puts everything out all the time for content, right? And it's like,
I know
it's good and bad, but sometimes, like you said, you lose the mystique of you know.
Dude, at first it was cool because I actually like figuring out how things work, you know, and the behind the scenes stuff. In fact, when I watch movies, I'm watching it mostly
from a director's eyes or whatever, right?
Yeah, for the technical aspects, the cinematography, the shots. I'm sitting there wondering, how did they get that shot while everybody else is wrapped up in the plot? I'm sitting here going, how the hell did they do that? You know, how did they get that shot? Or, I bet they did this, that kind of shit. Meanwhile, I'm totally missing out on whatever the fuck the movie's about. So,
yep.
You know.
No, I do that all the time. All the time.
Yeah.
It's hard to get into.
I watched, when I saw, God, what's that movie? Not Hereditary, but his other one.
Midsommar?
Yeah. I just remember being like, this is amazing, but at the end of the day, it's a breakup flick, so the plot I didn't give a shit about. I thought plot-wise it was pretty stupid, but the visuals and all that, and the acting is another one. It's just neat to see how, I don't know.
It was shot beautifully.
I sit there and analyze that kind of shit instead of really trying to take in what the thing's about, I guess. No,
totally. It's like, but usually the first run of the movie is, like you said, you try to take some in, but you're obviously, you know, visually, technically ripping the whole thing apart. But I don't know, man. Like the way he shoots his stuff, it's just like it's beautiful. The music just works with the visuals, his pans, his. Oh my gosh, man, it's fascinating.
Yeah.
So Wes built this obviously for you guys, and who shot it?
Oh, he did everything.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I didn't really do anything except for
wait.
In fact, this one I left the the majority of it in his hands. I knew that I wanted it to jive with the record cover, you know, with basically that somewhere in there it'd be nice to see that album cover portrayed, you know.
Yep.
We did that with Anthropocene too. We actually had a very little known fact. We actually had a music video made for Pacific Grim. It was actually going to be exactly how we rolled this Death Atlas one out, where we take the last song and the intro before it and make this big like mini film, like a more grandiose version of a music video. And we got it back, and it was just so lame that it looked like $1 million. It had all these drone shots, and just, it was beautiful looking. I hated to have to pass on it, but it was just so, the guy completely missed the mark. I'm not going to say who it is. It wasn't Ben Scoter. It's actually nobody we've ever worked with, but it was just, I have it on my laptop, and once in a while I show people, and it's just like, they're like, why didn't you put that out? It looks amazing. I'm like, because the guy, he totally blew it on certain details, certain elements,
right.
Mostly plot-wise, and then the presentation was just like, no, dude, we're not put. We would have been. I feel like we would have been destroyed by people. Well, they would have laughed their asses off.
Yeah.
It made us. We were cracking up, just like, this looks stupid. So we didn't release it, and now it's just a little tchotchke I bust out for my friends once in a while. It looks amazing, but no,
right.
No way.
So how long did it take him to put all that together then, like and shoot and everything? Like you said, a couple months?
Dude, it costs money, and I probably shouldn't even. I probably should leave it.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Nightmare, but so it was nice to see that mode of thinking that I tried to pull off actually happen and come to fruition. And Ben Scoter is somebody who can make that happen. So he saved the day one album later, you know. I didn't really think we planned to do too many videos for this album. So I wanted to make sure that at least the first one is epic, you know. Yeah. I saw a few people complain that, like, why did they just blow their load on this? The first video out the gate is this like long, depressing fucking song, you know, this mini film or whatever. But I like it.
It looks great.
We like it, and fortunately for those 3 people,
it's different though. That's the thing, right? And like you said, it's practical. So that's why it makes you watch it, because it's actually like a model. Like it's a cool ass model.
Yeah, it's really fucking cool. I love all that shit.
Yeah, totally. You grow up making models and doing hobby stuff and all that?
I played with G.I. Joes.
Okay. I played with Transformers.
I always played war, and I was really into guns, or not real guns, but BB guns. We'd play BB wars and shit like that. I've lodged a few BBs in my friend's cheek. Shit like that. Yeah, I was always into music. Hated sports. I'm not really good with my hands as far as art goes. In fact, I was probably a better artist using my hands when I was a kid. I was probably better then than I am now. I don't know. Yeah,
we just stopped doing it though. That's the thing, right?
Yeah, I played drums actually for like 11 years, like through the 90s, late 80s, early 90s. So that was the one thing that took up a lot of my life. That and skateboarding. Pretty much.
I skateboarded all the time.
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
But I got sick of fucking falling and eating shit, and then screwing up my wrists. I was always spraining my wrists and shit, and that would fucking make it to where I couldn't really play drums very well. So, kind of gave up skating for drums, and then gave up drums for
singing.
Everything else.
Yeah.
Vocals, yeah, pretty much.
So that was pretty funny about how when the album came out that that DJ wanted to give you guys credit for the for getting you guys hyped up, right?
Oh no, he was a rapper.
A rapper, okay.
Teddy YG is his name. Plagiarism's his game. No, it was. I mean, we took a weird situation, a pretty messed up, intellectual property infringement, and made it something funny. Made it.
It was.
Feel like a feel good story. Yes.
Did you actually go listen to him?
I did. I didn't. I did. He was kind of. It wasn't that great.
Right.
I wanted to like it. Hey, if he was super sick, I probably would have wanted to collab or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wasn't that great. I don't know. I actually like a lot of this trap stuff, and I was always into the rap and shit. So in the '90s, I liked that stuff. So it's like it has that dark quality to it. I kind of like that shit.
Certainly does. Yeah, I'm a big hip hop guy myself. I grew up breakdancing and shit, so it was all in there. Totally. I used to carry the cardboard. I had a buddy of mine and my cousin. He would carry the radio. And, whenever we'd head out somewhere or something, right, we'd just do our little moves. Thank you very much. Oh, my God, man. I had a blast doing that.
I'm never much of a dancer, but I really wish I could flow, man. I really wish I could. I've always said I'd give it all up to be able to flow. And
just float?
I just don't flow.
Flow. Gotcha.
I don't know how those dudes can smoke so much weed or do so much whatever they do, and still be able to
hammer words out after word after word after word.
It's fucking crazy. It's so crazy. I don't know how people do that.
I wish.
Yeah.
I know. I've tried before. You write down your lyrics and you try to get a beat or something, but it just doesn't translate.
Yeah. I don't know how I do it.
So what's with this? I see somebody bringing up one of your vocal techniques is this throat tunnel. You're
I don't know.
Shaking your eyes.
They gotta tell me. I don't know.
Right.
I remember first hearing that term like 10 years ago or something. I'm just like, you mean gutturals? Like, what? I know what they're talking about, but really, the tongue thing that I've been doing that does that weird kind of like, it's this weird sound.
Yeah.
Dickie Allin figured it out. Well, Ben Dewar from Shadow of Intent. There's a couple other guys, and now a ton of kids do it.
Yeah.
But I started doing that late 90s or so as an attempt to try to, to try to emulate the sound of two vocals at once, like the low and the high or whatever.
Right.
Which was inspired by, early Carcass and, Deicide, stuff like that. But to try to do it twice at once, which really just came from playing live so much and experimenting, being bored.
Right.
Kind of using different PAs, different sound, different size rooms, all that kind of shit. Just kind of morphed it, and now here I am doing singing and shit.
Yeah, totally. No, that's awesome though. I mean, it's a nice transition just into a wider scope of just stuff that you like, anyways. Yeah,
that's the thing. Is I got kind of bored over time, and started thinking, well, shit, what? Might as well incorporate other elements that I don't know, that I want to hear, I guess. And then also coming across Dave Otero, who was able to really sit there and help me work on capturing, especially that tongue sound. What the fuck do they call it? some people call it zombie vocals. I'm not gonna fucking call it that. But whatever. You know, that shit. Getting that to record right. That's why you don't hear it on. I'd say all of our Metal Blade releases, really. Mostly starting with Humanure, I'd say, was when I was really doing it. 2004-ish. But getting it to record correctly, I would attempt to do it with certain people or with the producers or whatever, but it just never sounded right. It sounded like somebody ripping paper or something. I don't. That's the only way I was ever able to put it. I was like, it just doesn't sound right. And then Otero, we ended up, starting to use Otero, and that's where I was able to really start getting that shit to pop through without it sounding that weird, crispy, weird. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
No, totally. Rad, right on, man. And then we noticed too that your logo changed a little bit, and Mr. Nev Does Art did your later logo. Yeah.
I don't know. Every 2 or so albums, it's kind of cool to switch shit up. I really like this one though. I'll probably use this one for a while.
Yeah.
I think it just got grodier over time. Just got kind of grimier and more gruesome over time, I guess. And he's at home. So.
Oh yeah, so you've known Nev for a while. Cool.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Right on.
Good.
So he lives around your area?
Oh no. He's in Chicago area.
Oh right.
I see him on tour. He comes out to the shows, and we hang out, a lot. But I don't know how long I've known him. He's been doing shirts and stuff like that here and there for us for years.
Right on. Yeah, he seems like a great dude, and his one band, Loathsome, kicked ass.
He's in that band?
Yeah.
Dude, he's gonna kill me. You fucking douche.
You never listened to my band?
No. Here's the thing. I don't listen to this shit. I'll be very fucking honest. I don't sit around listening to brutal death metal. I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody says. I just don't. I don't have time. Is the biggest thing. And I have the bands that I like. I'm stuck in the 90s still when it comes to death metal. I don't know. Right. I can value and appreciate all sorts of these bands, but I just don't sit around listening to it. I don't know.
Well, like you said, you do it enough on your own as it is with your band that...
That's the thing. Dude, there's not very many full-time touring acts. I don't know. It seems like most guys I talk to that do this, that tour, 6 to 8 or whatever months out of the year, they usually listen to I don't know, Brian Eno or some sort of, or pop. Fuck. Even, Lady Gaga or some shit. I don't know.
No, totally.
As the yin to the yang or whatever, you know what I mean? Like it's I don't know. I think it might just. I'd rather. I don't know. I think maybe it's got something to do with getting old. I don't really think that has really much to do with it. I just have a varied.
Yes.
Musical.
Yep. And I need to do the same. I need to do the same, man. Like for the last few days, I've been listening to 60s, 70s country. Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
I fucking love it. And then a couple days ago, I was getting into a little more calypso. Some 50s, 40s calypso, and and then go to Tangerine Dream. I need to one day, it just has to go, right? I get it. I totally get it. And like you said, I mean, you guys are doing it as your job, so you're probably doing it more than an average listener would even listen to the death metal on their own, anyways.
Yeah.
So,
but I know. See, Nev doesn't. He doesn't. Self-promote like that, so that's probably why. I mean, I probably already knew that he had a band like that, but he doesn't self-promote. He doesn't talk about it. He's so it's very easy to not. I think for at least me to not realize. Plus, I'm stoned. or whatever.
Sorry. It's okay, Dev. We still love you though. Totally. Did you find on to serve, man, you had a Broken Hope sound on that? I found the drums and everything to kind of have a Broken Hope to it.
That's fair, I think. Like those,
loud. They're loud snares, right? And the way the
not
blast.
Not and Gore, but the one after it. God damn it! Why can't I think of it?
Yeah.
The album after.
Not the Bowels of Repugnance. No.
Bowels of Repugnance.
Yeah.
Maybe more so like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot more meat and potatoes, that album, for sure.
Big time.
Yeah.
And then you ended up getting a new drummer with the Harvest Floor.
Oh, yeah, Dave.
Yeah. And pretty much that, it almost seemed like you finally found yourself on that album there.
Yeah, I mean, we had been getting more, I don't know, trying to just branch out more, ever since To Serve Man, really. We had been trying to branch out creatively as much as possible. Not really sure why. I think it's just the personnel. That's how, Josh and Troy and myself, and Mike Laughlin was a very creative drummer too.
Yeah, and he's playing in Dercada now.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. We just seen him in Rochester playing for Dan Lilliker's wife's birthday.
Oh, cool! I was gonna say it's pretty fucking rare that they do play. They play like it's like they play all the time, but they don't tour or nothing. Yep. So it's like they play like it's very spotty or whatever, and it's always like a cool thing.
Totally.
I'm really stoked Mike kept up with the drums because he's a phenomenally creative drummer.
Well, he helped define you guys too, right?
Yeah, he's a workaholic, so that's why I say that. I know that we'd get home from tour and the motherfucker would go and pick up like 4 jobs like immediately. So
right,
I'm just glad he didn't just completely give into to working and actually still plays music because he's really fucking creative dude in multiple bands too.
So where'd you find the new drummer then?
New Dave?
Yeah.
Oh, well, he was in New Drummer. I mean, it's been...
I know, right? Yeah.
Well, over 13 years now.
Well, that's the same. That's the same thing with saying with as soon as Mick Harris left and oh fuck, oh my god, I'm drawing a blank on Napalm drummer. Oh my god, it's killing me. Danny Herrera. Yes. It almost seems like he's still the new drummer.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, because there's such a defining. Or there's such a difference between those eras or whatever.
Huge.
We got him. He was in a band called Sleep Terror, and we pretty much, Josh and I kind of we saw him play in San Diego. We're like, dude. That dude rules. We should get him. Because we knew Mike was like kind of off and on around that point, and we knew he was probably going to be bowing out at any moment or whatever. So,
all right,
kind of
totally. But you notice though, like the guitar playing, everything, right? Because he brought in like Gravity Blast and all these other stuff, right? So then all of a sudden everybody else is like, oh shit, what are we gonna? Like, we gotta fucking get up to speed now.
Yeah, yeah, he's really good at that shit. Those Gravity Blast things, I forgot what you call it, but so yeah, he was. That's the kind of drummer like I've always been into, super technically proficient, technique driven. I was always a big Sean Reinert guy, so it was very, very shitty to see what happened with him,
right.
Recently. So yeah, Dave's the shit, man. Love the dude.
Right on. So You guys are working on a 4-song EP right now called
No,
Crusty
I was
Diary.
fucking around. I just wanted to get in. I just wanted to say Crusty Diarrhea.
All right. I know how many times.
You know what? Talking to the shit. I was talking to somebody recently. Who was it? I was talking to somebody earlier, and I was just like, we should do a friggin' 4-song EP or something like, or something. Just while this is all going down, you know. But then we'd have to go out to Colorado, and you can't do that because of the social distancing and stuff. So
Right.
we're probably, you know, just be like everybody else. We're in the middle of not even in the middle. We just began a cycle for the new record. You know, we did one U.S. tour as the thing was coming out, and then Europe was right after that, or was it the other way around? No, Europe right before it came out, and then the U.S. as it was coming out, and then we went and did, you know, Japan and Australia and stuff, and that's cool. But we had Europe set up after this. We were working on like a June, or it was April, like a May U.S. tour, I think. We had all this stuff in the works, but still don't know what's going to happen with, you know, the festivals in Europe because we're slated to do all that stuff. We've already confirmed a monster, absolute fucking insane monster of a tour for the end of the year.
Oh boy.
That's jaw-dropping. And you know, we don't know. Everything's up in the air. We'll see what happens. Honestly, me personally, this time, I'm using it, man. I am using this time to I call it the Great Reset.
It's true. It's totally true, man. People need to fucking relax sometimes and just take it back, man. People are starting to miss the point.
Yes.
And it's not fair. So unfortunately, what's happening is obviously it's crazy, but it throws you back almost to a primitive era again where you have to cook again because you don't want to go out, you don't want to be, you know, ordering food and all this other stuff, right? So it's like kind of sit back and go, holy shit, man, like what's the point of most of this?
Yeah, dude. It dawned on me the other day. I was just like, I'm gonna find myself everything back to normal. And I didn't take care of the backyard. I didn't take care of my office, which needed cleaning big time. I didn't do this and this and that, and I didn't get rid of all this shit that I've been meaning to get rid of, or whatever. At first, I was just like, all right, let's do all this musical shit. Let's do, you know, my wife and I are doing trap renditions or witch house renditions of folk songs on GarageBand, whatever, done shit like that.
Yeah, sweet.
But then I realized, you know what? I should really be doing, taking care of shit around the house or stuff I've been meaning to do forever.
Yep.
You know, and I'm getting it done, or I'm going to.
Yeah.
So, I'm working on getting my fucking CD. I'm like halfway through, and I'm getting my CD collection out of the living room or the front room. You know, just packing it up, putting it away.
Yeah.
Just.
I know.
Do a big change. Like, I think everybody could benefit from this because there's really no other choice. You kind of have no other choice. You gotta. We have to do it. We have to.
Yep.
I'm trying not to use the catchphrases, you know, flatten the curve and all that shit. But we gotta. I'm not trying to be a bootlicker, you know. Oh, you do whatever the government tells you. Shut the fuck up and can we just please?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do this, you know. Fuck off. God, get out of my way. I'm trying to live or not get sick. I don't know.
No, totally. I've been doing the same too, man. Like you said, it's just the small things that get left at the last, right? That you're always like, fuck, you know, when I got time. And now we have the time to do everything.
I would love nothing more than for Cattle. We've been talking about doing a covers EP or something for a long time where we all pick a song or some shit and then we cover it. But you know, now would be a perfect time for something like that. But, you know, Ollie lives in Montreal, and
Yep.
Dave lives in Seattle. I don't even know if anybody knows that. That's why he didn't have a drum set on the new video.
Right.
He fucking he didn't have one. He's got some electric kit, I think, somewhere, and I was just like, you know what, dude, it'd be way funnier if you air drum. Or somebody said you should air drum. That'd be way funnier. So
That totally worked.
it was fun. Whatever.
But that's
dude.
the thing, though. We got to lighten the freaking mood, right?
Yeah. I mean, we could have taken it seriously or done some video that would not have been cool, because it'd be like, yeah, see, we called it. No. The idea is that there needs to be a culling of stupid people. So in the video, we showed a bunch of party people, you know, partying and doing the wrong thing, and TikTok dances and whatever other stupid. You know, this is going to be remembered forever, because they're going to be talking about this fucking forever.
Right. This is it. This is gigantic, all right? This is like
Someone was earlier on the news, someone was saying, this is our 9/11, this is our Pearl Harbor. It totally is, but it has the entire world, you know.
Yep. It's unbelievable. We've never lived through any of this, right? Our parents, all that kind of shit too, right? I mean, to a degree, but...
I was waiting for... To me, it reminds me a lot of... I don't know if you ever watched, like, The Day After or...
oh, God.
There was one called... I think it was called Communion? Or Testament? About what life would be like after a nuclear war or whatever. And it kind of reminds me of that. Back in the 80s when, like, I was terrified, but also, like... kind of interested in Russians, you know, when
right.
Rocky IV came out and they have Ivan Drago, and he's cool. You know, I went home and got myself a flat top, and
nice.
But it was born out of just being intrigued by the enemy, or being intrigued by something that can take you out or kill you.
Oh
I
my
think
gosh.
that's why we talk about death metal, or I think that's why death metal
talks about that.
Why there's a whole fucking genre of music dedicated to it. I think people forget about it. They latched onto the technical aspect, and now that's all they want. Nobody talks about gore or killing or anything, you know.
Anything fun, right?
I'm sure they do. Like I said, I don't pay much attention to what's going on in that world. I want my input into it to be kind of untainted by that, I guess. Like when we play live, I don't watch the bands before us. Maybe just for a couple minutes. I never sit and watch and see. You know, I'll peek out for a couple minutes maybe, but I never sit and watch a set. I don't want to be influenced in any way by it, I guess.
Oh, totally. Fucking A, man. Right on, right on. So how did Ollie come into the mix? Because I know he's Canadian, Montreal or whatever, and he played in Neuraxis, and he played in some pretty cool bands, man. How did he come about in the band?
Because he's
unbelievable,
awesome dude. He jammed with us at Summer Slaughter. I think it was like 2013 and 2015, something like that. Because the bass player couldn't get into the country, so we just knew. Right, he was the first person. He was one of the very first people that hit us up about taking the spot, and I love the dude. I don't know if you've hung out with him, you get it. He's just a good guy. He's fun and lively, and he's a funny dude, and we get along great. Everything's going fucking awesome up until this stupid coronavirus thing put everything on pause. You know, we were having a fucking good time. That last tour really, God, man, there's something like going to Europe and back. It's not that bad, but the jet lag coming from Australia, Japan, and shit. Oh, God damn. There's something about that trip, dude, that just fucks with you. It took us 10 days, I think, a week or so to get over that fucking jet lag. It was just insane.
Wow. Holy shit, eh? I've been to Europe myself. I was in Poland a few years ago, and Krakow and Vienna and everything like that. And yeah, I remember coming back from there, like at least a couple days. I was like, holy, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, it's brutal. But I don't know what it is, dude. It's so much worse the other way. Like going to Europe and back. You know what? It's probably fine for you because that's only a 3-hour difference, isn't it? 3 or 4.
No.
Yeah, I think it's like a 4-hour difference, isn't it?
To Europe over there?
Yeah, you and I are 3.
Yes. No, I think it's like 6 or 7.
Fuck, really?
Yeah.
Man, you know, for a person that came up with the whole Death Atlas title and wall map or whatever and all that stuff, I don't know shit about geography, time zones, and I basically, oh god, I've been all over the place, and I still don't know how things relate to one another, and kind of pathetic. I'm very unaware.
I didn't grow up too well with the geography in my brain.
Yeah,
I just couldn't get it. I was like, okay, where's that? Okay, where's that? Is that okay? All right. I'm starting to figure it out a little bit now because I'm kind of paying a little more attention.
Yeah. I've always been about, English and biology.
Yeah, right. Really, eh?
But not math. Fuck.
I got through 70s, I believe. I was about 70s average. And I took it right through to the end, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, no geography, and then when I went
history.
No history. Which kind of
it interests me now. History does, but back then I couldn't give a fuck, man. I really wish I would have paid more attention because I go and I see all these things now in person. And Josh, he's an anthropology. He has a degree in anthropology, and he knows all sorts of shit. And I'm just like, fuck, man, I didn't pay attention.
I know, and I feel bad too because I want to have conversations with my dad because he is like a historian to like the utmost degree that I've ever met, and it's like please tell me because I can't. There's nothing new I can tell you.
Yeah.
Holy shit. So what's going on with the rest of the day then? We're gonna wrap this up here, and yeah.
I've been cleaning up my office. I gotta take this dog on a walk. I think I just got some mail. I hope it's our masks. I ordered some of those masks online.
Ooh, okay. I was going to say, like, Halloween masks?
What was that?
I was going to say, like, Halloween masks?
No, the
what
do you call it? The N95 ones. And now I feel bad because, there's like a shortage of those. And back when we ordered them a couple weeks ago or whatever the hell it's been, it didn't. Like, I don't remember that being the case, but so I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what to do now. I don't know. This whole thing's freaky.
It's weird, man. It's fucking me up, dude.
As long as we go back to normal, as long as things get back to normal, I personally will have loved this. Just only because of this big reset that being able to just personally take care of stuff, and I strongly suggest other people, if they got something to clean up in their lives or figure out or whatever, now's the time to do it. And but shit, I don't know, probably honestly, dude, I'll probably end up playing Modern Warfare. PS4 human dash jerky.
That's where you're on there.
Doing it with that, but I play. I don't really. If you want to come join one of my sessions, go ahead. I don't really know how to use it. Otherwise, I don't know how to use the social part of that. I think there's. I don't know. You have a friends list or something on it.
I don't know. Find them. I guess just find them. I personally stopped playing newer style video games. Probably PlayStation 2.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
Sick.
That was the last time I really kind of paid attention. But then, even then, it was like Twisted Metal, GoldenEye.
Yeah, Twisted Metal 2 was the best.
Oh.
God. That was the best game. That was still, up until probably Modern Warfare 2. I was just like, that's the best video game ever. Nothing ever came close. It just
right.
That code that gets you like unlimited napalm. Oh, I loved that.
So you never got into Killzone?
No. In fact, this is I skated through PS3 and PlayStation 2. I bought those to watch my friends play it, my roommates or whatever at the time. And the PS3 had the Blu-ray player, so
yeah.
That's kind of why I bought that shit. I never was a gamer, and then I was hanging out with the Faceless. You know, I tried out for them once. I was for Planetary Duality, that album. I went and hung out with them and almost joined the band. And I ended up not doing it. But I was hanging out with them at Keen's or one of their houses, and they were playing Modern Warfare 2, and I was just like, or maybe it was Modern Warfare. I was like, what the hell is this? This is sick. And they were like, oh, it's Modern Warfare, check it out. And I was like, that's fucking awesome looking. Like, damn. And then I went home, and my friend had gotten it, so I was like, I gotta try this out, and I fell in love with it. I like it. I know Battlefield's better and this and that. That's great. I don't give a shit. It's too involved. It's too much. I like just the instant gratuity of this, of the fucking guy getting hit and killed and knowing that I pissed somebody off somewhere else in Timbuktu. Right. I like that. I like that. Just the mindlessness of it. I'm not trying to play fucking campaigns and watch stories and get into plots and shit. I just like this run and gun, and it's mindless crap to me. So
totally,
that's like the extent of my video gaming. Mortal Kombat 11 as well, which is the best thing ever. But
wow, yeah, I have a little stand up. So I play Joust, Rampage, and Defender.
Yeah.
I like the old games, man. I can't get away from it. I can't get away from it. And I ended up having a buddy. He knew how to mod the Xboxes to get all.
I was just gonna say, I have all that shit on the modified Xbox. I've got 17,000 games on a hard drive or something. That thing's awesome.
It is though, literally, man. I can't get enough of that, and I always go to ColecoVision.
Yeah.
Those games during that era and stuff, oh, wow, man. Holy crap. Because I couldn't afford ColecoVision at the time. It was expensive.
Yeah.
A lot more expensive than Atari was.
Oh, dude. Yeah, looking at those old ads and stuff for them, you're just, what? Who the fuck had $1,000 for a Mac or whatever the hell it was?
Yes. Yeah, they were wicked expensive. Well, like the Atari, when it came out in 79, was I think it was $120 or $130 or something, and 79.
Yeah.
Like that's insanity.
Yeah, that's $5,000 now.
Yeah, literally. Oh, totally. Actually, I had a question here from this dude, Tyler. How was it making the split with Caninus?
Oh, that was cool, because to me, splits are kind of pointless. I never really understood why bands do it unless there's some sort of conceptual thing, you know? So to me, I thought it was cool that I think they didn't ask us to do it. It was the label guy, Mike Barone at War Torn, hit us up, and I was just like, I'm not really into doing splits, but yes, we will do this one, and this will be the only one we do. And I don't know, I thought it was really cool, because the vocalists were dogs, and I figured if we're going to do a split, let's have it be with a band that half of them are animals. So,
right. Totally.
The lyrics were funny. I don't know, it was cool. I loved that split. I was glad we were able to put it on the medium rarities thing, because that was one of the things that kind of held up that release, that and a missing track from To Serve Man that we finally found. Somebody found in the Metal Blade vault.
Whoa.
That's why we did that thing. That thing was missing for 10 years, 12 years or something. No, 15-something years. Nobody could find it. It's funny.
Well, how did they end up with it?
just some random track that's really badly mixed. Like, we just ended up not putting it on the album. It was going to be the Japanese bonus track, and then that album, To Serve Man, never got put out in Japan. They had like this, I think they were just transitioning as far as the Japanese Metal Blade or market or whatever goes, and I locked down a distributor for it, and it never happened. So the track just got lost. I had it on a CDR that ended up probably in the floor of my car for a few years and never saw it again, really. You know, nobody could find it forever until finally they were going through a stack of CDRs and it said To Serve Man, and she goes, I wonder if this is the one Travis was talking about. Sure enough, it had that track on it. We're like, cool, now we can put out this Rarities release almost 10 years after I came up with the fucking idea. Yeah.
Very cool, very cool. Well, I don't want to take your time. You got to go walk the dog, and we got to, keep reinvent ourselves almost again, right?
Yeah, I keep touching my face. God damn it! Everyone throughout that stupid video we did what do you call it? Bring Back the Plague. Everyone's like, stop touching your face. And this whole time I'm just sitting here.
Yeah.
I'm a nervous. Obviously, you can tell I'm an anxious person. So.
Are you? I know you can tell.
I'm filled with energy.
Right. Yeah, me too, man. I've been laying off the coffee myself. Because I don't think I need coffee when I don't have a time to wake up and I'm not exerting myself like I am at a job, kind of thing.
I just got into coffee for the first time last year because we put out a coffee with this local roasting company, and I was just like, you know what? If we're doing this, I might as well try it. I'm 45 fucking years old, and I've had coffee before, but I didn't start drinking it until it was like when we were doing the album. Actually, when we were in the studio, I started drinking coffee. I didn't stop, so now I'm one of those. As you can see, I had a cup earlier. We got bags of this shit of our coffee, and it's amazing. It's really good.
Wow. Yeah, I'm just finding myself. I mean, just with what's going on, my anxiety, and I'm anxious too with just all this shit, right? So coffee, right? Like nowadays, I'm finding it's hitting me differently. So I have to kind of just limit.
Yep, I know exactly how you feel.
Oh my gosh, yeah, because I think I had my last cup on Wednesday, and that day I wanted to punch somebody out. I was like, babe, I love you, but like I'm gonna snap for some reason. I don't know.
Wednesday, you haven't had any since then?
No.
Oof.
No.
Brutal.
No, I'm good. I found myself to not have to be the guy that weans off because you get headaches. People get headaches, the caffeine headaches, and all that kind of shit. I don't get the headaches, so I can literally just not drink coffee.
Yeah.
And
I don't think I've gotten that deep yet into the coffee addiction, caffeine addiction, really. But I've stayed away from it for years for this reason. I'm just kind of I'm already anxious.
You're already uppity up anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, and I shouldn't have drank coffee myself because I've been hyper my whole life, personally. Yeah. I started drinking coffee in grade 12, but coffee tasted like shit. So we had a Burger King right beside our high school, and we would go there on our skipped classes and our whatevers. And I started drinking coffee, but you would put so many sugars in there because it just wasn't my taste. So it was like 20 sugars in like a large coffee at the time, and it was like, holy shit, man! Like, okay, this is a little much now. Okay, I gotta tone it down. Okay, now just one sugar. Okay, that's good.
That's another thing. I always thought it smells amazing, but it doesn't taste the way it fucking smells.
Yes.
And it took me 40-something years to finally realize that, or not realize that, but to realize that actually it has a whole different taste profile and blah, blah, blah. Josh and Bell, our other guitar player, they kind of explained it all to me. I know that really sounds pathetic. A man in his 40s literally learning about coffee, but
sweet.
I don't know. I never gave a fuck. I was just like, God, it doesn't taste anything like it smells. It smells amazing. I like coffee flavored shit, or stuff, but it doesn't taste like that. But that's because I wasn't having the right coffee. And I had Dark Horse Coffee Roasters of San Diego, California,
Ooh.
and now I get it.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Oh shit balls. All right. Well, thank you very much for hanging out, bro.
Hey, thank you too, my man, and
Oh.
we'll see you at the movies or whatever. I don't know.
That's exactly what we do.
I
Thanks.
wasn't gonna wear this thing the whole time. I'm not I'm not a hat guy. This looks like, dude, if I go wearing this in my neighborhood, I'm gonna get busted for like stolen valor or some shit. This looks like one of these. We're right next to a Navy base.
Well, then perfect. You'd be one of the guys.
Yeah. Dude.
Well, because they call that thing on there the scrambled egg.
Really?
Yeah, so if you're going to graphic designer, you say, I want scrambled egg on my hat. Usually they'll be like, oh, yeah, those little flaky flame, like,
Interesting.
leaf. Yep.
I didn't know. I have to remember that. That's weird.
So, yeah, there's your bit of info for the day. All right, dude. Well, thank you very much, and we'll chat.
All right, for sure. You take it easy, dude. Take it easy.
Cool, man. Take it easy.
Late.
Ciao. Sweet. Good times, guys. Uh-oh. Now I'm completely dark. What's going on here? Just gotta turn this off. Yeah, see? This thing, yeah. I gotta figure out some other lighting. This is crazy. I don't know how this works, right? I'm always fucking around with shit. Plus, I got so many things on the go. I got this. I got the phone. I got the tablet, the laptop. I got that, and then I got that going at the same time. So, yeah, everybody, H2O is the best. It's true, man. No, I don't. I do need caffeine, or I get headaches. Been drinking coffee since I was 6, Corin. I get wicked headaches from caffeine withdrawals. Yeah, I just don't. For some reason, I just don't. H2O forever. Yeah, I'm not a tea guy. I've never been a tea guy. I don't mind it once in a while, but yeah, caffeine does make anxiety worse. Totally does. Wear the hat, protect your skin. Cool, guys. Thanks for hanging out, man. That was fun. And that's the thing too. Like, I mean, I want to get into questions and answers. Obviously about death metal and grindcore and all that kind of stuff. But sometimes I just want to talk about some other shit, right? That's all. That's all. Can't just talk about death metal all the time. Jeff, appreciate it. I hope you were hanging out and watching a little bit, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna see how long this thing goes, but I'm gonna keep going with these. And tomorrow we have Don Crotsley from Nunslaughter. Got any fans of Nunslaughter out there? I would hope so. Fucking rule. And I've known Nunslaughter's been around for, since the early days, because they're old school themselves, right? But I never did get a chance to. I never came across many of their releases, really. Corin, woo! But yeah, Chris or Jeff, huge. I mean, that's kind of in your more of your area anyway. So you would have saw a Nunslaughter tour probably around you, correct? But I've heard of Nunslaughter, obviously, and then when we started doing our radio show in 2007 and 8, then Metal Dan, the other guy that's involved with this at some of the interviews and stuff like that, he started bringing around his piles of shit, right? So Nunslaughter came around, and I was like, oh fuck, It didn't hit me at the time though. I wasn't feeling it. I was still, during the late 90s, I was on a massive brutal death metal kick. Like we talked with Brad and Jay of Devourment, and talking about those days where the video, the Macabre video, totally. Yeah, why didn't I bring that up, right? Why didn't you bring that up? Why didn't you tell me that earlier? That would have been a good one to bring up, man. That's hilarious. He looks exactly like him. Shit. Travis, I don't know if you're still watching. Anyways. So it wasn't until, what was it? I think it was 2011 or 2012 that Nunslaughter ended up playing a show in, I believe it was Niagara Falls, New York. Not Niagara Falls, Lackawanna or something like that, right? Our friend Brian Pattison, I believe it was Brian, helped out with getting these this place. Worst self-promotion. What are you gonna do, man? After the fact, right? Whatever. So, hey, well, Jeff, did you do the video then? Let's see. There's a delay in this. That's why there's a pause. No, I don't know if Jeff's not even watching anymore. Worst self-promotion. Yes, he did. He did the video, and you. Oh, Jeff. He ended up doing a couple other kick-ass videos too. What was that last one you showed me? It was Ilsa. And you did an exhumed one too, I believe. He's messaging as we're talking right now. And like I said, this thing is delayed. Yeah, it looks exactly like Bundy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh my gosh. My eyes was going there. Get Rob Urbanati. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to get everybody. I'd like to get Rob, definitely. I mean, that's Canadian influence right from the old days too, right? Yep. That Bundy was Jeff Sisson's work right there. Jeff, I directed it. Yep. Yes, you did. And Gruesome. Oh, you did the Gruesome video too. Oh, that's killer. Great vids, dude. Yeah, so Jeff, he's a filmmaker himself. And you're still rocking the band Troglodyte. Excuse me. I gotta go eat too. Yeah, Troglodyte. Yeah, you're still doing that, right? You live 2 hours from Bundy's house? Oh my gosh. That's interesting. There's a shit. Go peek at his windows. Oh shit. So yeah, this Jeff Sisson guy, he directed the video, which, I mean, we were just talking. Man, you know how hard it is to keep up with this kind of information? I need you to get in there. New album's coming soon from Troglodyte. You check those guys out. Fucking deadly. Fucking deadly. Wish the video was longer. Yeah, it's a short song. It's a short Macabre song for sure. And it's an older one too, right? Welcome to Boggy Creek. Damn straight, dude. Oh, fuck. Well, I'm going to get going because I'm tired and not tired. I'm just hungry. I haven't eaten yet because as soon as we started the interview, the food came out. So I'm going to go have some lasagna and enjoy the rest of the day. All right, everybody. Rock and roll.